Today we're looking at the Grade 3 Sam F. Davis. This has turned out to be an awesome race. It's come a long way over the years. This is a $225,000 mile 16th race for the 3-year-olds looking to make their mark on the Triple Crown Series. Starting off with number 1, a Medaglia d'Oro colt. I like this horse a little bit. He ran a bad race in the Hopeful, came back first race back in the Pasco at Tampa, didn't really fire. But if you look at his work line, 1 out of 74 bullet last workout at Tampa, and that was breezing. So maybe a little bit dangerous. He's got the pedigree. Windstar Farms, kind of like him. Dixieland Band's an excellent broodmare sire, so he's got that going for him. General Quarters is going to be very competitive, coming off a 1-length loss in the Pasco Stakes at Tampa Bay Downs. If you watch that race, he went real wide in that trip and was a game second. Also has been working okay. I think he's going to get played pretty good. I'm going to go a different direction, but you can definitely make a case for that horse. The trainer's got a 0 win percent, 4% in 2008, and a 12% jockey. So, with those things together, I'm going to move on. Players list. Doesn't have the speed figures to compete with this group, and he's a sprinter. So we'll see how he does stretching out. You never know. Leaving him off my ticket. Mitchell Park, coming off a good allowance race, but he's still a slow time, and he drew off when he was asked, but he's going to be up against a lot better competition today. Atomic Rain is a horse I have in one of my Road to the Roses stables. Looks to be pretty good. Free Country is one of my horses as well, and he was beaten just a neck last time out with that horse, going 1 1/8. He ran second to Old Fashioned, who's one of the top-ranked 3-year-olds going right now in the Remsen back in the fall, and he seems to be a consistent, talented horse. And you got John Velasquez riding. Smart Strike. There's a lot of Smart Strikes out there this year, and this is a first-time blinker on with this horse. So we'll see how the blinkers affect him. Cliffy's Future, interesting horse, competitive, consistent colt out of the Cliff's Edge, an underrated sire, underrated racehorse. Here's a horse that must have been sold. Now he's in Darren Miller's barn. So we gotta watch out for him. I'll put him on the bottom side of the super. If you look at his past performance line, he was 2-1, 1-1, 8-1, 2-1, 4-1. He gets a lot of play, and he's gone up against a lot of the horses in the series so far. Then you got Free Country, the undefeated, hyped up 3-year-old. I kind of bought into it and put him in my stable. Maybe a turf pedigree. Talking about an $11,000 colt who a lot of people are getting excited about and chatting about. Kent DeSormo keeps the mount and is high on this horse, so I'm gonna put him in there. AP Cardinal, $380,000. There's a horse that's got pedigree up and down. Adena Springs, Karen McLaughlin, Jersey Joe Bravo. He's gonna be. He kind of reminds me of AP. Arrow, it's a horse that's in the races and all of them, but maybe has second-itis, doesn't want to be that lead horse. Musket Man, I like Musket Man. Talking about a $15,000 Keeneland purchase. Here's a horse that runs a 123 flat in the Pasco, wins it. He's stretching out now. We'll see how that goes, but he's got a 1-minute flat bullet breezing out of the gate at Tampa Bay Downs. Always a Tampa horse that fires in the Tampa Bay Stakes races. He's the local horse in this series that I'm kind of looking into a little bit. So he'll be on my ticket as well. And then that brings you to Sumo. Sumo's coming out of an optional claimer at Tampa. Big favorite. Won. He drifted. He still won easy out of Fugasachi Pegasus. Renee Douglas riding. He's a tough jockey. This horse looks to be somewhat competitive. You're dealing with Arthur Hancock. Been there, done that. So he knows how to get his horses, the path to send them on. And then you come to Top Seed. Here's a horse that's got buyers or speed figures that are, off the charts, but 5.5 furlongs on the turf, 5.5 furlongs at Laurel, and then he goes 6 furlongs 110 flat at Tampa Bay down. If he can stretch out, he can hit it. You know, Trombetta's 50% this year, 22% last year, and he's the #1 prime power on the Brisnet program. So top seed, long shot. Hey, if he stretches out, he stretches out. The one thing I do like about Free Country is something to keep in mind. Here's a horse that broke his maiden at Churchill Downs. He run a 94 Brisnet after sitting 10th on the 3rd call, and he stretches out his next race and wins a 1.125 race against 8 horses. You know, so whenever you see a horse go from a sprint to an 1.125 victory, pretty amazing. So for me, in this race, my top 2 are Atomic Rain and Free Country, and top 3, I should say. Musket Man, Free Country, and Atomic Rain. I'm gonna box them in the triple, and then I'm gonna play a trifecta key with Atomic Rain, Free Country, Musket Man on top of Cliff's Future and Top Seed. So you heard it here. The road to the roses has begun, and all my buddies that play with me, you're going down again this year. We're if you want to join our league, we're at Churchill or Bust, roadtotheroses.com. Drop me an email or leave a note on the YouTube show, and I'll send you an invite, and you can join in with us. All right, that sounds cool. Bye.